Over the past few days, I have gotten some interesting comments in response to my video where I am critical of the 70% of black voters who voted to discriminate against gay people in California by voting for Proposition 8. Some people said that I was singling out black voters, and this is untrue, because at the start and end of that video, I made sure to say that everyone who voted for Prop 8 should be ashamed of themselves. One person went so far as to say that because I held black voters to a higher standard by expecting them to reject discrimination, that I was somehow racist. I mean, isn't that just absurd? How is one a racist for having high expectation of black voters? It just doesn't make any sense. But one comment that has been repeated to me, and not just on YouTube, but in several other places on the internet, where people defend their vote for Prop 8, is that the difference between discrimination that black people suffer and the discrimination that gay people suffer is that gay people choose to be gay and nobody forces them to be gay. Now, I reject that idea that people choose to be gay, but even if you accept the premise that gay people choose to be gay, the argument is still horribly flawed, and here's why. Let's go back in time to before Loving versus Virginia, when interracial marriage was still illegal. What if somebody told them, there's no discrimination going on here. These people chose to date interracially. Nobody forced them to date outside of their race. They could have just chosen to date people of their own race, and then they wouldn't have been in this situation in the first place, and we wouldn't have had to redefine marriage. Would that have been an acceptable argument? Of course it wouldn't have. And the reason why is that this whole argument on whether being gay is a choice or not is irrelevant to the issue. People who are against gay marriage bring up the whole choice argument as a distraction in order to keep people away from the meat of the issue. And that is the fact that two consenting adults want to sign a legal contract that grants them certain automatic legal rights. And if government cannot show that it has a rational basis to step in and prevent such an arrangement between a certain small subset of the population while allowing such an arrangement for a larger subset of the population, then it has no business preventing any portion of the population from doing so. Period. But I am sure that there are some doubters who still don't get it. So let's bring it down to their level. Imagine, for example, that Christianity has all of a sudden become a minority religion in this country, and that people voted to prevent Christians from obtaining a civil marriage contract, something I do not endorse, but it is needed for this scenario. You, as a Christian, would be free to do anything that the rules of your religion require of you, or tell you that you can do, so it would not be a violation of the First Amendment. However, you would still be forbidden from obtaining a civil marriage license and signing the civil marriage contract. Let's say you complained to the court and told them that it was discrimination, and that just because you are Christian does not mean you should be treated any differently under the law. Let's say the judge turned to you and said, well, you choose to be Christian, and nobody is forcing you to be a Christian. Now tell me, would that be a good enough of a reason for you